I am vengeance. I am the night. I am spoilers. Hey, all you jammers and scammers out there. Today we're going to be talking about The Equalizer, the new Denzel Washington film out in theaters right now. We're going to go through each of the main characters and then we're going to talk about the film overall. Denzel Washington. A strong performance. I'll give him that. It is a strong performance. Denzel always gives strong performances. But Denzel, you're chubby. You're chubby. You've got a round little booty belly and some man boobs going on. I'm not a slim man myself, but come on. You're in a movie. I don't know what's going on there. Nothing particularly interesting going on. I mean, this isn't Training Day, but there is no point in the film where you can point and say, this is where he screwed up. He should have done this, where he should have done that. And no point like that at all. Next character, Martin Kosaks, plays Teddy, which is a terrible name. This character is very mysterious, very foreign. He should not have been named Teddy. He gives off strong Hannibal Lecter vibes. He's a werewolf in an Armani suit. That's what he is. If you ever heard the Werewolf of London song. Strong performance. I'm not sure if I'd want to be associated with this film if I was Martin Kosaks. But you know what? If I saw this on his resume, I would consider it a plus. This is a very strong performance by him. He does a good job. Chloe Grace Moritz plays Terry, who's a prostitute that always looks like she's on the verge of crying until she stops being a prostitute. She again does a good job. They play into a lot of cliches, though, which is never a good thing. They seem to also drag out what exactly she does. They won't just let you know, like they tease out like some kind of secret. You can kind of tell by the way she's dressed. Warning, feminist incoming, that she's a hooker. But it just seems to be a lot of cliches with her character, which I don't really appreciate. David Harbour plays Masters, who's a corrupt detective. His performance is adequate, forgettable. You will not look back on this film and go, oh, David Harbour, what a fantastic performance. But again, you can't point to a point in the movie where he screws up and ruins everything, and that's that. Johnny Scortis plays Ralphie, who's an overweight security guard. And he does a fine job. He's kind of a comedian trying to play a serious role, is my impression from it at least. Nothing really stands out that he did wrong, but he has a moment where he saves Denzel Washington's character, which is good. I didn't see it coming right at the moment. It's a suspenseful moment. It's pretty good. But other than that, again, kind of a forgettable moment. So overall, this film it has a lot of good actors, a lot of good actress, Chloe Grace Moritz, but I think it suffered from poor directing, poor writing, a lot of cliches. This was a very commercial film. Someone, decided, let's make a film that appeals to over-the-hill men who work at Home Depot, or maybe who work something slightly above Home Depot. This is very much just an indulgence fantasy focused at one narrow group of people. There's this ridiculous scene where Denzel Washington reenacts a R-rated version of Home Alone where he kills people with items from the Home Depot. In the Home Depot. I'm sorry, I can't say this without laughing. It's so stupid. But he's like some kind of Home Depot ninja. And it's like, you just imagine some guy who works at Home Depot going, if I ever had to fight a bunch of Russian mobsters, at Home Depot, my superior knowledge of where the items are would give me the advantage, and that's what would help me pull through. They're just ridiculous. I mean, it's like a Russian nesting doll of ridiculousness. But there's this ridiculous scene within the ridiculous scene where Denzel Washington has it rain indoors. The sprinkler system goes off, right when he's about to kill the bad guy. So very dramatic. I'm going to kill you in the rain. Yeah, I would find somewhere dry to kill him. I don't know. That's just me. Doesn't try to wipe the rain out of his eyes or do anything that doesn't look cool. He also walks away from an explosion. Look up "Cool Guys Don't Look at Explosions" with Will Ferrell. It's a funny thing. They do that. He walks away from an exploding oil tanker in this film. How ridiculous! What if a screw hit you in the back of the head? It would go through your skull. Hide. Get behind something. Oh my gosh! He walks away from an exploding oil tanker. I mean, this oil tanker would explode like a small atomic bomb. Think about that. There is no bomb as large as an oil tanker. It, it. Oh my God! You didn't even cause it to leak. With like by drilling a hole in it or something, or using liquid nitrogen, or you set it on fire. That is insane. The sonic booms from that would have broken windows all around. There would have been, people would talk about their dogs getting killed a county over from a piece of flying shrapnel. One, just it's like, oh my God. But the rain scene, it's like someone was like, we need his death to be cooler. Okay, let's do it in the rain. But we're indoors. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Let's do it in the rain. We should watch this movie. People who have an unhealthy obsession with Denzel Washington and people who have a medical need for an action movie should watch this movie. People who should not is everyone else. Have a good night.